Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch, here on KwingsLetsPlays.
Yeah!
Brought to you by Capcom. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more Ace Attorney arrives every day at 3 p.m. It's time for us to head back into the courtroom and deal with the next person on the stand, Tiger! January 8th, 1:21 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
So we're finally gonna see the tiger on the stand! We've almost got this case won now, Nick!
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what Tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth or not.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're gonna need. Hey, pal!
I wonder who that is.
It's always Gumshoe.
Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on that.
Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black there, little top knot.
It's not a top knot!
Never mind about the hair, just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kinda get wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well... Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a real decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Probably would be the bottle?
I don't know, let me...
I'm gonna try this small bottle.
I'm guessing either the bottle or the matchbox.
If you're gonna go back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Yeah, because he didn't have time last time.
Oh hey, that's the small bottle. I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the mystery of who the prints on this belong to.
I know.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe.
Good job.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
Okay.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Yeah! It's crime fighting time!
Oh my goodness. Okay.
January 8th. Something, courtroom number...
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Godot. Did you find this Firo Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup of coffee job. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Firo Tigre, but come on. Is that supposed to be like ferocious tiger or something? I don't know.
That's a good question.
He's pretty lively, though. Be careful, he still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Tiger to the stand.
Tiger.
Oh my gosh. Witness, please state your name and argue. Maya ran away. Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there too. What do you want to say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest. You could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge. Yeah, go with it, guys.
Okay.
I got business to take care of, you hear me?
Why do they tell us what kind of accent it is after we say it?
I know. So who the heck called me into this hole, huh? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge.
He's gone.
Your Honor! Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as I hide under this table. Totally normal. That's it, we're doomed.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you just didn't hear me. I said, who the heck was it that called me here, huh? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What did you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law.
Oh yeah. Slurp.
This guy's not fazed by anything. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Whoa, he's so tough. I have to say, Godot has...
Too cool.
I know, he's pretty cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick! Wait, I'm gonna hide.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, masked boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then, please?
The judge.
Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Huh. Phoenix Wright.
I like your weird voice for him.
You's done who set this up, are ya? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should just brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick!
Get out from under the table, Maya!
I can't hear you down here!
The tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. I spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every day. Yeah. Who's gonna check my alibi? Ask Violette, or whatever. I seem to have found my pen at last.
Yeah, right.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-exam. Oh, what's this? Please witness if he could have refrained from shouting like that. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Hey!
Lowlife? Me? Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that it doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
What?
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt you when you tangle with the tiger.
That's terrible. We can't agree to that.
I love a good Spectre sport. Just a moment here. That's really not... The witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. Oh no. You's better be listening.
Gosh.
I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. Yeah. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of the witness's testimony.
What?
Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can do it, Nick!
Come out from under the table already, would you, Maya?
Never!
The tiger's alibi.
Alright, so we can only press things that have to do with the case and things that are actually going to affect the case.
Yeah.
Alright. But I feel like
I
he's
don't know
lying on
nothing about
everything.
no murder. Alright, that doesn't seem... I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in the office.
Okay.
I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender. Yeah, whatever. Who's gonna check my alibi? Oh no! Whoops.
What did you just do?
By Violette, you're talking about, this girl. I meant to go back. Whoops.
Okay.
We might be over now. You don't want to cross them. You's gonna wind up sleeping with the fishies. Once the Godfather finds out you's been dragging Violet through the mud, he'll do you in. Sorry, I couldn't quite put together the end there.
He said that just like Viola, didn't he? Oops.
I get the feeling this might not be the right time to probe him about her. Leave it!
Leave it. Yeah, leave it.
It's too dangerous to press things without knowing where they might end up. We better just focus on gathering information at the moment. Now then, Mr. Tigre, would you mind repeating your testimony from the beginning, please? My time ain't free, you hear? You's better remember that. If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay. Yeah.
He takes the bus? But isn't he supposed to be rich?
His motorcycle's broken, remember?
Oh.
I don't know nothing about no murder.
Alright.
I was tied up with business and that sounds fishy.
Well, how do we ask him about that? Because that's...
Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Huh?
Sharp? Is he talking about Viola? She writes everything in my scheduler. December mainly in the office. And that's what it says. So that's where I was.
Mainly.
It seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Oh, wait, no, nothing wrong with it. It goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder.
That's
so
right.
now what? We're gonna press him.
I think we should, Luke. We need to know where he was. that
Exactly.
day.
What do yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. This is a dead end, Trite, and you know it. Remember the rules. I know the rules. No, it's essential that we establish the witness alibi accurately. I agree!
Oh my god.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening, cause I was. I never set foot outside my office.
How could he never set foot for a month outside?
I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats who wanted to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I believe the witness' last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please. Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let Animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before.
Alright. What, do we have any evidence that he did see him? Yeah, what about Glenn? Did Glenn know he was gonna meet with that guy? What about his, didn't he have it written down? He was supposed to meet with the Tigre?
You mean like the calendar?
I thought he had it written down somewhere. It says December 3rd, meet with the tiger.
Well, we could try it. We don't have much left for penalties, though.
Alright, let's try it.
Mr. Tigre,
I'm afraid.
you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn at all. But it appears that Mr. Glenn knew you. What? Mr. Glenn left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger, and the date, December 3rd. December 3rd?
Whoa.
That's the day of the murder!
Yep.
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know, one Mr. Glenn, whatever, because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. You's actually not bad.
Oh, he's angry.
Sorry. I was just messing with yous to see how good you were. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you are under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you's doing? Uh-oh! So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic.
Man, coffee cannot taste this good.
That is while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigray. Oh yes, would you mind, indulging the court witness? Pretty please? Never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there.
I know.
It's time I nailed this guy.
Yeah! Come on, you can do it, Nick!
Oh my gosh. I hope they remove those penalties. I ain't no liar, I never met Glenn. There was some lame guy with that name, though. I wanted to borrow some cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy in my office, Tender Lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed up.
Yeah, right.
I ain't never even been to that Tresbien joint, you hear? That's a lie, because Tresbien owes you a lot of money.
I know.
I see, that all seems pretty logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up? I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well. You should learn to be more punctual. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going on down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train.
Uh-oh.
That bill's going straight to you, right?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Do we have like a timer on this or something? Or...
No timer.
All right, well, I feel like what you said, there's a
I ain't never
contradiction.
been there before.
Where he said that he never went to Tresbien. Tresbien. Sorry, I'm
I ain't
not,
no liar. Yeah, the last statement, that's the one that's really sticking out to me. I ain't never been to the Tresbien joint, because there's a couple things. There's the loan agreement between the chef, there's the book of matches, and what else did we find from Tresbien there? I think that was it.
Well, I don't know if the loan agreement says Tresbien on it. Though.
True. But these matches definitely do.
Okay, then why don't we try that?
Mr. Tigray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've really never been to Tresbien before, what was the book of restaurant matches doing on your desk?
Yeah!
You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me.
Not really.
Order! Well, witness! I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Ah!
Whoa.
Sorry! I'm terribly sorry! Please forgive me! I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back in what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day.
Oh my gosh!
What? Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Okay.
Good job, you're doing it.
Well.
He was there!
Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm really starting to wonder if that mask guy's on our side or not.
I know.
I'm this close to proving it was him, I think. He did meet Glenn that day. And he did put that poison in his coffee. He must have.
I think he did.
But how?
Just otherwise, why would he lie about it?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Oh my goodness. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop siren on my way out and went straight back to my office. Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of fishy. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
That's really interesting, because he said he never saw that guy there, but actually he did.
Yes, Your Honor.
Even if he was dead.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I won't even be able to make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Huh. No problem. Anytime Trey presses you on something irrelevant, he'll pay a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job! Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict.
Wait,
So do it!
isn't that what Edgeworth used to
Yes,
say?
sir!
Oh my gosh.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know, since you's a paying. Ah. Oh man, doesn't the rule of the law mean anything around here?
Why is it Wright's fault if everyone is talking to him? The judge and that other guy.
Alright.
It's not fair. Alright, well...
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant. No. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Okay. The guy was laid over the table, stiff as concrete.
I don't know, like, maybe ask him more about that so he can tell you more that he definitely was dead. Like, how do you know he was dead or whatever? I don't know.
Okay. You mean you saw Glenn's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker. Never heard of that. Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most? What did you think? Square watches!
Oh my gosh.
If this guy was real, look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down in that place. I figured if the place wasn't out already, I was gonna be so I split. You know what? None of that really matters. The guy was laid out over the table? No. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. No, you couldn't have.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could press him on that.
There's no way he could see, because as soon as you come into the door... Yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
Alright, fine.
That's not possible the way the restaurant is laid out. You're something of a loan-collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches, pal. Well, I'm something of a lie-detecting pro. Would you say? And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. Would it be claws or talons? Probably
Yeah.
should have said talons.
Yeah.
I think it's time we got something straight. What's this trait? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene, Your Honor. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, you fled. Your field of vision could have covered any area, something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Yeah, but there were partitions there.
There's no way. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. In the court, if the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why, that's true! Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here.
Whoa, you were right, Luke.
Also, he said something else damaging. He said what the kid was wearing. How would he know that if he never saw him?
Yeah, that's true.
I've been playing a lot of Batman stuff again. So from the entrance of Tres Beyond, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Whoa.
Wrong. You have forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday. The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved the point to be moot.
You go, Phoenix.
The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn, but a fake. What?
Oh, that's right. It was a setup.
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted as a charade.
Oh my gosh, did he put on his hat?
That will do. This trial's gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim?
It was that
You
guy.
say the killer murdered Glenn, and then they impersonated his victim in performance for Mr. Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright revealed the identity of this criminal to the court. It would have to be the Tiger. That's who I would do. This guy.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. That's fine. I was gonna say it's either him or Viola if she did it. But he's the mastermind behind it, so yeah, let's do that.
Obviously, the killer is Tigray. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dares you say it again. Come on, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigray. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Oh my gosh.
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me behind like this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot? Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no. Yeah, the serving girl brought him a Javagino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She was very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim who saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the...
It was somebody who looked like
Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Your absence under the table.
Found your pen at last, Right? It was in my pocket. Anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn, and the waitress from behind. Yes, you had a point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
Yeah, she had
What?
to be.
You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Well, they must have had extra outfits at that place.
Who on earth was it? Who was the waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Who
That's
else
easy.
could it be? Who else could it be?
It has to be
had to be someone
bandage
with
girl.
dark hair who was small like her. Yeah, exactly.
Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Kardashian. She's an employer of Tender Lender.
Oh my gosh.
You's making a big mistake, pal. Did you know who Violet's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick! What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? Where was I? Oh, yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true, there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, though, and she had kind of a cackling laugh.
Uh-oh.
I wonder who that could be. It had to be Viola.
There are just too many contradictions in this case now. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured.
Meaning he was faking being that guy.
The radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it had concluded.
Yes.
There's only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Tigray, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you!
Whoa. Look, he's gonna destroy you.
Witness, what have you to say?
He's gonna leap over the thing.
That's cute. I'm sorry, what? You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get home to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? Yous got it all wrapped up nice, alright? Well, yous missed one real important thing.
Yeah?
But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too.
But you said you didn't before.
But I couldn't have poisoned him, yous hear? What? Did you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're gonna need another one for the road.
Great doing all those cute voices, Luke.
Thank you. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Gosh. Indeed, witness, you will explain yourself to this courtroom. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at the restaurant between yourself and the victim? Well, folks, you know what time it is. Cliffhanger time! Can the tiger defeat Ace Attorney? Will he get away with murder? Find out tomorrow with the conclusion to Recipe Turnabout here on Kwings Let's Plays. Thanks so much for watching. God bless and happy gaming.